If you've ever wanted to get instant approval for any account, whether it's a credit card, a loan, or even a new online service, you're in the right place. Stick with me, because what I'm about to share could seriously change the way you approach these applications. I've been studying this stuff for years, and after tons of trial and error, I've found strategies that actually work. So here's the deal. Getting instant approval is all about presenting yourself in the best possible light. But it's not as simple as filling out an application and crossing your fingers. There are specific things you need to do, and you've probably been missing them without even knowing it. Let's start with the basics. A lot of people assume that credit scores are the end-all be-all when it comes to getting approved. But the truth is, it's about more than just that number. In fact, sometimes the right actions in the right order can help you bypass the traditional waiting game and get approval instantly. I've seen it happen. For the first reason, I want to talk about your credit utilization. This is a big one. It's not just about paying your bills on time, though that's crucial, but about keeping your credit card balances low. In fact, if you're applying for anything where your credit score matters, you want to make sure your utilization is at or below 30%. If you can get it even lower, say around 10%, you're golden. I've used this strategy myself and seen instant approval for cards with much better terms than I was expecting. It's a little-known hack that can make a huge difference. Now, let's talk about your history with the company you're applying to. You'd be surprised how many people ignore this. If you've had an account with the company before, or if you've been using their services regularly, that's a big plus. For example, when I applied for a loan a few years ago, I was surprised to find that my long-standing account with them gave me an edge over other applicants, even though my credit score wasn't perfect. They trust you because you've been a reliable customer, and that's a huge factor in getting instant approval. But here's something I haven't seen many people talk about. Have you ever heard of pre-approvals? This is something I've used to my advantage on multiple occasions. Many banks and credit institutions offer pre-approval for credit cards and loans. What's crazy is that a pre-approval doesn't mean you're guaranteed approval, but it does mean you've already made it past the first round of checks. This can give you a huge leg up when applying for instant approval. Next, let's dive into the art of matching your application to the right product. This might sound simple, but if you've ever been turned down for a loan or credit card, it might be because you weren't the ideal candidate for the product you applied for. Some credit cards are better suited for people with lower scores, while others require a stronger credit history. The key is to know exactly what you're applying for and ensure you're meeting the criteria before you even hit submit. If you get that match right, your chances of approval skyrocket. All right, I promised you I'd share something really important, and here it is. One of the biggest factors people overlook when applying for instant approval is their relationship with credit bureaus. Sounds complex, right? It doesn't have to be. What I've learned over the years is that the data you have with credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, can sometimes be inaccurate or incomplete. This can seriously impact your approval chances, and it's something you can fix. You want to regularly check your credit reports for any errors or discrepancies. If you find anything, dispute it. Cleaning up your report is one of the most effective ways to improve your chances of getting approved instantly. Lastly, always apply strategically. If you've recently applied for multiple accounts, don't expect to get instant approval. Too many inquiries in a short amount of time can raise red flags for lenders. This is why it's important to space out your applications. Trust me, I've seen people apply for 5 credit cards in 1 month and wonder why they got rejected. So, there you have it. Instant approval isn't just about filling out an application and hoping for the best. It's about understanding the system, playing your cards right, and making sure every step is optimized. If you follow these tips, your chances of approval go way up, and you'll be ahead of the game. If this video gave you value, make sure to hit subscribe to support more content like this. You don't want to miss what I'm going to share next.